Ouch. It sucks to be Miami. Uh-oh. Texans got the win, baby. Now we go on to what, 9-5? And 3 games left. We just need the Colts to lose today, I think, and we secure our division, which that's already going to happen anyway. What a win. Man, I must admit, this was a damn good game. And I didn't catch up at the last 10 minutes of the game. Dolphins had plenty of opportunities to tie the game. And your boy Tatua was throwing interceptions. He threw 2 in the last 2 drives he had. Or 2 out of 3 drives. What a win. Wow. This was like a must win here. We needed it. The last 2 weeks were like must wins, especially since we've been struggling. We beat the Jaguars, we beat the Dolphins, so we're good. We're now catching up. Now we go at Kansas City next week, and that's going to be a damn good game. Shalom, what's up? What a win, bro. A win we needed. Now we're back on the AFC South. Like I said, 1 Colts loss and it's a wrap. Or just 1 Texan win. But I doubt the next 2 weeks we're going to win because we go at Kansas City next week. I don't think we're going to win that game. I'm just being realistic. And we host the Ravens. We don't do fairly well against Lamar Jackson. If we can get the win, that's cool. We get the split, that's fine. I don't anticipate it, so I think we're probably going to lose those 2 games. But I think we'll get revenge at Tennessee the following week, the last game of the season. So we're down to the last 3 games. Oh, man, bro, it's been a long, long day. What a win, bro. And then college playoffs is coming up for college football, so wow. What a fucking game, bro. Man, it's been a minute since I've seen you guys. I mean, well, my last live stream was like 3 days ago, but wow. This was a win much needed. I must say I'm extremely happy we needed to get back into the AFC South, solidify the division, and then, just start getting some wins under our belt, man, because we've been struggling. If we make the playoffs, we got a chance. I'm not saying we'll win the Super Bowl, but they say there's a chance, right? There's a chance. Yep, we got a chance. If we get in, like I said, we got Kansas City next week. We could shock the world and go in Kansas City and Arrowhead and get the win. That'd be great, but I doubt it. I doubt we're going to beat them. I'm just being realistic. I think Kansas City's going to hold on to the number 1 seed. Detroit's probably going to hold number 1 in the NFC. So it looks like the Super Bowl is going to be Chiefs and Lions. Oh, Lions and Bills next. I picked the Lions in that game. I'm surprised they didn't flex any of these Monday night games. You got 2 shitty Monday night games. What is it? Bears, Vikings, Falcons, Raiders. Oh, Jesus Christ. You couldn't flex that for the Bills, Lions, and the Eagles, Steelers? Couldn't flex those 2 NFL? Just saying, man. You gave us some shitty fucking matchups for Monday night. I mean, when you have nothing else to watch, I mean, I guess it's okay, but, me personally, you guys talking about flexing games, and you won't flex the games that matter the most. You want to put shitty matchups on Monday Night Football. I mean, who the fuck wants to watch Raiders and the Falcons? No, I definitely don't. Hell no. Cowboys are up 30-14 over the Panthers, so I pretty much picked Dallas. I knew they were going to bounce back and win that game. They should have won against the Bengals a week prior to that. I'm not saying that Dallas is going to come back and make the playoffs, but they could probably cash out with either a 7-10 season or 8-9 season. It depends on down the stretch how they do. I don't think they're playing for draft position right now, and it wouldn't make any sense to, But yeah, I knew Dallas was going to go into Carolina, and when Carolina's possibly tanking, they're trying to get a high draft pick too. So, but it makes no sense for them to try to win, even though I think the Panthers got one hell of a fucking defense, and they look damn good. I know some of you guys are waiting for NFL next year because your team's already eliminated. But like for my team, we're still good. We're still in the hanging. We still have an opportunity to, win in the playoffs. Like I said, we pretty much got our division wrapped up. It's pretty much wrapped up, bro. We don't even have to win we could probably lose the next 3 games and still wrap it up. I just don't think the Colts are going to win out. I don't even think they're going to win today against the Broncos. I think they're going to lose, and that's just going to stamp our division title right there. So really, we could cave the next 3 games. I mean, I don't like to say we will, but we can, and it wouldn't hurt us. We can also give what's his name some rest. We can give C.J. Stroud some rest. We can rest Nico Collins. Go ahead and rest Pierce. We can go ahead and rest some of these starters, and especially the last week against Tennessee, when there's no point in us winning and moving up. If we're not getting a bye, there's no point. Oh, me too. College football. Yep, I can't wait for college football playoffs. So you see what I'm repping right here. I'm waiting on that. Like I said, December 20th and the 21st, I think, are going to host the first set of playoff games. I think the Longhorns play on the 21st. We play Clemson in round 1. I'm watching Cowboys and Panthers right now, drinking a cup of coffee, just relaxing, just chilling. I don't know how long this video is going to be because, like I said, I worked a 12-hour shift yesterday. Woke up around 1:30 today, kind of in a bad, not cranky mood, but just, yeah. Then I got to work another 6 to 12, or 6 to 6 today. So I got another 12. And then Monday I work at 8. Tuesday and Wednesday I'm off. These night shifts are, if you guys never work night shift, man, that shit, it's easy, a lot of downtime. It's just the problem is it's just, wears and tears on the mind. There's some nights where you fight yourself to stay up at night. Like last night, that was happening to me like around 3 a.m. I'm like, damn, man, I'm like trying to wrestle myself to stay up. It can be hard. You have your days where you just don't want to do it, but you have to keep doing it. Man, Cowboys are up 30-14 with 3 minutes left, so they're just running the ball down right now. I kind of like Cooper Rush, man. He kind of looks good, man. 18 for 29, 214, 3 touchdowns. It's not bad. But personally, you want to see what Trey Lance has because, hell, you traded 3 first-round draft picks for him. Why you not using him? That don't make no sense. Well, we're going to be down to 3 games after this. And then after that, it's the playoffs. So it is the NFL playoffs. Man, this season went by fast. This year went by fast. This life goes by fast. Right? That's the word you want to use. Life goes by fast. You can get a time to enjoy it no more. You just wake up, it's a new day. You wake up, it's a new day. That's why, they beat the Dolphins. Absolutely, we beat the Dolphins. Absolutely. Oh, man, I'll tell you, I had some chicken earlier. It was like oven-baked chicken, man, and I put some barbecue sauce on the side, just like a little dipping sauce. Damn good, man. I ate good for lunch. Denver's playing the Colts right now. I don't know who's winning. Let me see. Let's take a look at the NFL scores, since I'm already on here. Fuck it. Tua threw 2 interceptions. Ouch. That hurt. Not good. And they had plenty of opportunities to win. Like, Dolphins had plenty of opportunities to tie this game. Let's see. Backspace again. NFL scores. Let's go here. It's like Cleveland's trying to battle back, but that's not going to help. 1:26 left. Browns down by 14. Bengals up 10 over the Titans. That's good. Good for us. Commanders up only 1 with no time left. I don't know if Commanders are going to try to tie the game or what's going on with that. Ravens beat the Giants. Figures. 35-14. The Jets are over the Jaguars 32-25. Like Jacksonville's can go to another L, but they're playing for a draft pick too. Cowboys beating the Panthers, of course. None of the other games started yet. Still another 10-15 minutes, but I'm going to enjoy my coffee before I go into work. It's another day in paradise, I guess the old saying goes. Oh, shit. When you need a cup of coffee, man, you need it. Some people drink their coffee all black. Can't do it. You have to have a little bit of sugar, like Splenda, and a little bit of cream. Today I had the Mocha white chocolate cream. Oh, amazing. And you put about 4 Splendas in this bad boy, and you use that Mr. Coffee blender. Shit, you were good to go. Yeah, coffee is good in the mornings. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I use Splenda packets. I use like 4 or 5 Splendas. I throw some creamer in that bad boy. Shit. You're good to go. Especially if you drink it like all at once, like a big gulp. That's if it's not too hot and you're in a rush. You just drink about half of it, gulp it down. That way it gives you like that rush and get some energy. I don't know, man. I think they did something with our food, man. Because like, I think all the food nowadays is like said like you eat it and you just feel like shit afterwards. Uh oh, Cowboys fumbled, but it don't matter. Cooper Rush got it back. And Commanders and Saints, did they tie the game? I think they did just now. No, they're going for 2 to win. And they miss, and it's over. The Saints attempted to go for 2 to get the win instead of going to overtime. Ouch. Was that a good move? I mean, it helps Commanders out. They got to now now go to 9-5. And that helps them in the wild card race. That helps them in the wild card race, absolutely. Cowboys are about to win. They just got another first down. 30-14. Ezekiel Elliott. I haven't seen him in a while. Damn, Giants are 2-12 with 9 straight losses. And that fucking sucks. I bet if you're a draft pick, a top 5 pick, and you're sitting there and you look at the draft prospects and the Giants are on the clock, you're dreading you don't get picked. You're like, please don't pick me, man. That's like the only one team you don't want to go to. You're like, please don't pick me. And then they get picked, you're like, fuck. Yep, they just nailed it. Cowboys got the dub. Cowboys got the win. I kind of figured they were going to bounce back after that loss to the Bengals, so the Cowboys go to 6-8 for the season. And that, not that I don't think it'll matter. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs or the wild card, but it's just, I guess, something to look forward to next year. I guess they don't believe in Trey Lance. Cream and sugar. Mm-hmm. Nothing beats coffee in the morning. The Bills and Lions are playing right now. I picked the Lions for that one, but I think it's going to be a really, really good game. This is going to be a close game between both teams. Both of these teams have talent. And, the Lions are just phenomenal. The Bills are on an up-and-coming, possibly could be a threat to the Chiefs in the AFC. This is going to be another good game. Ain't nothing beats a cup of coffee in the morning, man. You put some creamer, 4 Splendas, you heat that bad boy up, man, you are good to go. You are good to go. 11-game winning streak for the Lions. Wow. I'll take the 9-5 record, Marvin. Because like I said, we need some wins to, because these next couple weeks are going to be difficult. We go at Kansas City, the possibly team's going to win it again. Then the Ravens come here, and then we go at Tennessee the last week of the season. So I see us winning at least one of those games. Now puts at 10-7. We'll go 10-7 for the year, and that'll be okay. Win our division, get a home game in the first round, host whoever comes to our house, whether it's Ravens, whether it's Chargers, whoever comes to our house, we'll be ready. You know what I mean? And that'll be like the set the tempo right away in front of our fans, wild card game. Most likely they'll schedule us on Saturday. And, get the win and then, prepare to take that long road. Whether we go at Kansas City or we go somewhere else. We just got to, take it one game at a time. Like I said, despite the fact I think we had a worse season this year than last year, I still think that the Texans have an opportunity to compete, and that's all that matters, So, we get to the playoffs, make some noise. I say yes, we could win the wild card game. Like I said, it just depends on who we play, how we match up, and then the injuries. It's just about staying healthy at this point. That's the one benefit about being AFC South division being so bad. we can secure our division by tonight. And then the last 3 games, just subbing guys in and out and just, get in. Unless Texans want to play for a home game, for in the second round, I could maybe see them trying to push for 2. But I don't really see that happening. I don't think they'll get a better record than Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh will lock up was Pittsburgh number 2 right now? Or is it no, it's Buffalo. So yeah, we're not going to pass up Buffalo, even though we break the tiebreaker over them. Pittsburgh will get 3, and then we'll get 4. Yeah, so that's right. We might jump up to 3, but I don't see any relevance to it. So I'm fine with the 4 spot. We're going to have to go on the road anyway for the next 2 rounds. So it doesn't matter if you're 3 or 4. Fuck it, just get it over with. Damn, there's no football games on right now? Oh, the Lions-Bills are going to be on Channel 11, CBS. And who's playing on Fox? Are they going to put Pittsburgh and Philly on there? And that means you're going to get 2 good games to watch right now. 2 good games. Let's see. Oh, they're showing the Bengals-Titans highlights. Damn, I feel bad for the Tennessee Titans cards. And what idiots you guys gave up D-Hop to the fucking Chiefs. Just giving them more ammunition to stack up on. What I call big bank takes little bank. You guys just give them a free fucking receiver. Ain't that some shit? As if they already don't have a stellar fucking offense. As if Patrick Mahomes doesn't need top tier receivers. He could do it with mediocre receivers. And you just, let's just give you D-Hop. Right. As if the Chiefs needed him to win. I mean, come on, man. God, Chiefs are going to be a hard team to beat. Unbelievable. They're going to be a really hard team to beat. I don't see anybody beating them in the playoffs. I mean, it can happen. They've already lost a game. I just don't see anybody beating them, bro. I'm just going to be honest with you. Yeah, Chiefs and Lions Super Bowl, yeah. I mean, don't count the Lions out. The Lions could go into Detroit and win, but it looks like it's going to be Lions versus Chiefs in the bowl. No, I didn't get a chance to see the whole Texans game. When I woke up, it was 20-12, fourth quarter, 10 minutes left. We were up 20-6. Oh, Nico Collins had 2 today. 2 touchdowns, it says. Yeah, so the Jets go to 4-10, and the Jaguars go to 3-11. They say that Aaron Rodgers wants out of New York. The rumor. Where is he going to go next year? That's a good question. Rumors has it that Aaron Rodgers wants to play as a Titan next. That's been on his radar for a while. And if he comes to the AFC South, I don't mind taking him out. Fuck him. But I wouldn't mind him suiting up as a Tennessee Titan. I think that would be pretty cool. Sell some tickets, get some fans in those seats for that new stadium. And are the Titans going to be willing to trade, some probably future draft stock for him? Possibly. Maybe. I couldn't be bothered to invest in Jack's football. Yeah, I know, man. I hear you, bro. I feel bad for Jacksonville. I really do. Even though they're in my division, I feel sorry for you guys. But then again, the first 9 years we came to the NFL, we sucked. And we were at the bottom. And everybody just, they said they felt sorry for us, but they were still kicking our asses. We didn't get our first winning season until, I think, year 10 of our franchise. And we had a 500. I know we went 9-7. That's right. We beat the Patriots and took Wes Welker out. and then the Patriots got their asses kicked in the wild card game against the Ravens. I remember that. Now, skipping 23 years later, definitely since 2011, since we've won 2 division titles, Texans have been just securing division titles. I think we've won like 9 or 10 divisions already, 9 or 10 division titles, if I'm correct. And we've been in the playoffs at least. I think this is our 7th or 8th trip to the playoffs in our franchise history. So, I just want to thank Cleveland Browns for making it happen, for trading us the house, for Deshaun Sexual Watson. Deshaun tore his ACL or his Achilles, so I think his NFL career is done. Would you sign? Would you bring back Deshaun on it? Hell no. I'm glad he's gone. Nah, he just caused a lot of problems. You don't want a player like that with a bad attitude and just lowers the team morale and I'm not playing or whatever. Like, okay, I'm like, whatever, dude. Next man up. Next man up. You know. And his game's not that whole year he sat out in Houston, he screwed himself. And then he goes to Cleveland, gets suspended for another year, and then comes back to the NFL and it's just rusty as shit and doesn't look good. You could tell he's done. His NFL career is done. The only way Deshaun Watson comes back is there'd have to be like a bottom team at the bottom that's just desperate for a quarterback. And if they want to take a chance with him, they can, but I wouldn't. I think he's done. Personally, I think he's done. We think about the NBA Cup, the Emirates Cup. Oh, that was the one that the Rockets lost last night. So the Thunder's in the finals and they're taking on the Bucks. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's kind of fun to watch. I like what they do with the court designs and stuff, and how they had like the soccer feel to it. And they pick like the top like team of each division to get in, and then they do a knockout stage. I mean, it's okay. I think they could tweak it a little bit. I think it could be tweaked a little bit. I think what they should do is they should. Me personally, I think they should do an 8-game season. I mean, 8 games. You play every team twice in your division, and then you could pick the top 4 from there. There was a bunch of teams this year and last year that missed it at 3-1. So, like, they do this point differential thing to determine the tie, and I'm like, why don't you just do an 8-game season, and that way you get a little separation, and then from there you can determine who gets in and who gets. That's enough games right there, 8 games, and then you could do the top 4 for each conference, and then do something like that. I think they could just tweak it just a tad, tweak it a little bit. But other than that, the NBA has been dropping in ratings basketball. And people are asking, well, why do you think that's the case? And I'm like, well, I'll be honest with you. It's just there's too many games. 82-game season it just doesn't make any sense. Players are, this load management stuff. I'm not going to play this game or this game. And, usually the fans get robbed because you buy a ticket wanting to see your favorite player and then just to find out they're not going to play anyway. So you're just like, this makes no sense. How about we just shorten the season just a little bit? You can take 10 games off the schedule and do a 72-game season and just make the West and the East play each other 3 times instead of 4. So you can swap it. If the Clippers come twice to Houston, we go to their home. Then next year we go to their home twice. They come to our home once. So it adds that NFL random schedule feel to it. But the NBA has a cookie cutter, what do they call it? One size fits all schedule. You pretty much know the teams you're going to be playing every year. It's just about scheduling. And then they screw up the schedule every time. Like the NBA they've been screwing the schedule up the last couple of years. For example, we went at San Antonio October 26th and then at San Antonio 2 days later. So we played on Friday and played on Monday in San Antonio both times. I'm like, so that means I couldn't go. And I wanted to go to a game. But I'm like, I'm waiting for them to schedule a game against the Spurs later on in the year, like February or March. And you got both games back-to-back to start the NBA season. They've been doing that, I think, to cut corners and cut cost. Well, not cut corners, but to cut costs. They keep the costs low on travel. So they'll start scheduling back-to-back games. You'll see that on the NBA schedule. And it looks terrible. It's a terrible job. It's just they're just trying to get these games out the way, and we could save costs on gas, and the plane flights will save a couple $1 billion a year doing this. But at the same time, you get a watered down product. So you get all these NBA games that don't matter. After the 20-game mark, you kind of already figure by the eye test of who's going to be in. The only 2 things is 1, seeding, and number 2, maybe the last spot. Well, they'll fight for it. Have you guys watched basketball on the last day? It's fucking terrible. The last day of the NBA season is god awful, and they're just benching all their players. All the games start at noon. There's no NFL Week 18 feel to it where teams are fighting for division. What's the best game for Sunday Night Football? This is not NBA. It's terrible. Their scheduling's terrible. The way they conduct their season is terrible. The Emirates Cup makes no fucking sense. And it's just, the playoffs, the star players are out. They're not playing because they're injured. They played a long season and they got a fucked up knee or a fucked up back, so they have to sit out. So you get a watered down playoffs, you're not going to get the best quality product for basketball. And then they wonder why their ratings are bad. I'm like, well, fix it up. Shorten the season by 10 games. The West plays the East twice, the East plays the West twice, and the West plays their own teams 3 times apiece. And that way you trim it by, how many teams are in each conference? It's 15, so you trim it by 14. You can go from 82 to 68 games, and you'll still get a good quality of basketball in that smaller slate. You got your 68 games, and go from there. And they can do it. They can do it. They just don't want to because the owners are greedy, and they want their money. I know, Marvin. I know. And that's been the issue for NBA basketball that's been going on for quite some time. They just don't want to budge off of 82 games. We're getting to a point now to where the season's wrapped up and they're still like, so if your team's like New Orleans, for example, who's like 5-25, and you know there's no way you're gonna make the playoffs because you got a lazy Zion Williamson. You don't got that many good players. And so you're just like, yes, we're tanking for a pick, but what's the point of me watching 48 games to do it? 50 games still on the slate. I have to watch this shit for 50 more games? No, thank you. And they'll just turn off the TV and maybe catch New Orleans here or there. Maybe they're hosting Toronto or something, where the matchup's a little bit more even. You can go from there. And so you just get a watered down product. There's just too many games. And the NBA needs to figure that out. I say cut it down by 10 games, and you can still have the same results for basketball. They had a big discussion on ESPN the other day about that. They were saying NBA ratings were as lowest as they were. I'm like, well, shorten the fucking season up. That'll be a start. That way players are not hurt going in the playoffs. Oh, and another thing. And, again, there's no, rivalries in basketball. Like how it used to be, back in the 90s and 80s, you had even the early 2000s, you had you built up teams and they hated each other, couldn't stand each other. And now everybody's all friends and shit with each other. Like, what the fuck is up with this, man? Why are they not going at it with each other? Where's the trash talking in basketball? Like, why is there no trash talking in basketball anymore? So again, the NBA, they got a lot to figure out on how they're going to fix this shit, bro. They got a lot to figure out. I would say just cut the season by 10 games. Just say we're going to cut this season down some. And then I would enhance the Emirates Cup. I would go from a 4-game Emirates Cup tournament to an 8-game Emirates Cup tournament. And then you could expand the knockout stage to 12. You can go 12 or you can go 16 and expand it to a 16-team tournament. That would be fun. Since you're going to invest in this Emirates Cup shit and you're going to tell us that the championship means something, then why not have an actual tournament to do it? So you can do, an 8-game season. You put the 8 games and you start it, the same starting point. You do that for 3 weeks. You get them 8 games out the way. And then you go to the knockout stage where you're going to get, 4 games or whatever, and that'll cover probably another 2 weeks. And you can end the tournament by December 19th. Like right now, well, no. You would end the tournament probably by Christmas Day or a little bit after Christmas Day. And you would have a tournament champion for that little Emirates Cup shit y'all are doing, But, it's a start. I like I like the idea of them having a cup in the beginning of the NBA season. It's just at the end of the day, you're still going to have to address the fact that there's just too many games. And so the NBA season is going to be reflective of that. Plus the players, there's no rivalries anymore. Nobody hates each other. Everybody's buddy and shit. The lack of defense also. I don't think the defense decreased during the season, but All-Star game is a joke. They just need to get rid of the All-Star game. There's no sense in having it anymore. Guys are not even, playing at like 5% or whatever on your cell phone battery. They're not trying to play defense, and it's terrible. It's just a terrible look. So just go ahead and just get rid of the All Star game. Just get rid of it in general. You can still keep all the other events. If you want to add more events that may be more meaningful, that players might be more reluctant to try, you can do that. But the NBA All Star game is just because it's become a joke. They're not playing defense till the last 5 minutes. It just makes no sense to watch them anymore. The All Star game is a joke, but you can still have All Star weekend. Just don't have the All Star game. Just substitute it with something different. Like they can do a tournament or something and determine a winner. But yeah, NBA needs to address its long ruling season. The fact that there's no rivalries in basketball. You got worthless divisions. You got 3 divisions, and winning your division means absolutely nothing in basketball. And even if you do win in basketball and you get a top 3 or 4 seed, teams don't even care to win their fucking division. There's no importance of a division title in basketball. It's just a long, lengthy season. That's all it just really is. It's just a long marathon of games. It's almost like baseball, almost like basically reminds you of baseball, which is why baseball's been struggling, with their viewership. And so, like I said, the NBA needs to sit there and reevaluate what's important, what's not important. Least amount of games, you get less watered down games, and even if your team does suck, you don't have to watch them for that long, and you can just get it over with. And that's how you do it. I would do the Emirates Cup 8-game season. I would do an 8 games. You play every team twice, one at home, one on the road. And then you get your 8 games out of the way, and then you do a tournament. You take all the 16 teams and put them in that tournament, the knockout stage. And I think it would be fucking amazing if they did that. Now I think that would honestly get a bunch of viewership. That would be really cool if the NBA could retweak the Emirates Cup, reduce the amount of season games, and then they can still have their tournaments and stuff. It makes it a lot funner, Now, the load management's an issue. Players sitting out, deciding when they want to play, when they don't want to play. You can't really force them to play, but then again, it sucks if you're a fan and you're buying tickets and you're like, I want to go watch LeBron James, I want to go watch Stephen Curry, I want to go watch this person, and then they're like, oh, I'm not playing today. And they're not even, and come to find out they're not even hurt. They just didn't feel like playing, and you're like, wow. So it's just like if the NBA players are saying, well, 82 games is just way too long, well, then they need to stand up. They need to fucking say something and say that, because in that way the fans don't waste their time spending $300 for a game your star player's not even sitting in. It don't make any sense. But I could just yap and yap for hours. Yap and yap for hours. Right now, Steelers-Eagles game is on, so if you guys want to watch that, I would advise you go watch that. That game's on right now. It's 4th and 6. We are now under the 10-minute mark. Eagles are lining up to kick a field goal. I got to take a shower, too. I got to get in the shower. I got to get dressed. I got to do a lot of stuff. I wasn't even intending on live streaming for that long today. I just wanted to do it just for now. Eagles make the field goal. They're up 3-0 over Steelers. All right, well, I'm heading out. I'm going to get in the shower. I'm going to see you guys later.